Hello students. In the previous lecture we studied the structure and chemical composition of microtubules. Continuing with the microtubule part 2, today we will study the assembly and disassembly of the microtubules. Microtubules are highly dynamic and they switch stochastically between growing and shrinking phases both in vivo and in vitro. This non-equilibrium behavior, known as the dynamic instability, is based on the binding and hydrolysis of GTP at the nucleotide exchangeable site, that is the E site in beta tubulin. The intrinsic microtubule dynamics are further modified in the cell by interaction with cellular factors that stabilize or destabilize microtubules, which operate in both spatially and temporally specific ways to generate different microtubule assemblies during the cell cycle. Now, what is the assembly and disassembly of microtubules? The cytoplasmic microtubules are highly dynamic structures, constantly forming and disappearing depending on the cell activities. Like the microfilaments, they grow by the reversible addition of subunits, accompanied by a nucleotide, GTP hydrolysis, and conformational changes. The process of polymerization and depolymerization, that is, the process of assembly and disassembly of the microtubules, appears to be a form of self-assembly. The assembly of microtubules from the tubulin dimers is a specifically oriented and programmed process. In the cell, the sites of orientation are the MTOC, microtubular organizing centers, from which the polymerization is directed. The quantity of the polymerized tubulin is high at the interphase and metaphase, but it is low at prophase and anaphase. Within the cell, the microtubules are in equilibrium with free tubulin. Phosphorylation of the tubulin monomers by the cyclic AMP dependent kinase favors the polymerization. There is a definite relationship between cell shape and the number and direction of microtubules and cyclic AMP. The assembly and disassembly of the tubulin constitute a polarized phenomena. Now this is the picture which shows the polymerization and depolymerization of the microtubules. The microtubules, they consist of the alpha and beta tubulin subunits which are assembled into the linear protofilaments. They form a dimer which are united together to form a linear protofilaments. In mammals, a single microtubule contains 13 protofilaments. We had studied this in our previous lecture. These protofilaments, they can wind together. The microtubules, they grow rapidly via polymerization and they can shrink by depolymerization. So in this particular picture, we should see the polymerization where they are increasing in size. The microtubule is increasing in size by the addition of the dimers, and this side is the depolymerization where it is losing the dimers, it is shrinking in its size. Whereas this center stage, this is the paused microtubule where neither it is polymerizing nor it is depolymerizing. So in this picture we can easily understand the assembly and disassembly of the microtubules. The assembly of the microtubules is catalyzed by the presence of microtubule associated proteins, MAPs. The polymerization of microtubules involves three phases. It includes the slow nucleation phase, the elongation phase, and the steady state phase. For the assembly to occur, the alpha and beta tubulin concentration must be at a critical concentration. The tubulin dimers, they add faster to one end, which is the plus end, with exposed beta tubulin. The critical concentration is lower at the plus end than at the minus end. A steady state phase alpha beta tubulin concentration is higher at the plus end, whereas for the minus end it is lower. This condition results in the net addition at the plus end and loss from the minus end, and this process is known as treadmilling. Now this picture shows the phases of the polymerization of tubulin dimers into the microtubules. We have a lag phase, an elongation phase, and the plateau phase. The plateau phase signifies the steady state phase. So what is happening? The individual dimers, they form the oligomers. The polymerization occurs, the protofilaments are formed, and the growing microtubule, it grows by the addition of the dimers. This is the elongation phase, and then comes the plateau phase or the steady state phase, where the microtubules with the subunits coming off and on. They are being added. This is the addition, that is the polymerization, and here they are leaving, that is it is the shrinking stage, the depolymerization phase. The regulation of the microtubule structure and dynamics. The microtubules are stabilized by the binding of microtubule associated proteins, and among these proteins are the tau proteins. It is the family of proteins which are highly soluble. The tau proteins act as the spacers between the microtubules, and MAP2 forms the fibrous cross bridges between microtubules and links them to the intermediate filaments. Some of the MAPs associate with the plus ends of the microtubules, and in some cases only the plus ends of growing and not the shrinking ones. This class of proteins is called the TIPs. Some of the TIPs stabilize the plus end against a catastrophore or enhance the frequency of the rescues, thus promoting the continued growth of the microtubule, and others provide the aid for the attachment of the organelle. The microtubules are also disassembled with the help of certain proteins known as the kinesin 13 family proteins and oncoproteins, protein 18. Kinesin 13 proteins bind and curve the end of the protofilaments into a GDP-B tubulin conformation, which facilitates the removal of the terminal tubulin dimers, and the rate of catastrophose is increased. OP18 also binds to two tubulin dimers in a curved GDP beta tubulin-like conformation, enhancing the rate of catastrophose. It may also work by enhancing the hydrolysis of GTP in the terminal tubulin dimer, and hence its dissociation is fastened. This is the chart showing the proteins that modulate the microtubular dynamics. We have the proteins here, the microtubule stabilizing proteins. We have the microtubules destabilizing proteins, the tau proteins, the MAP, the MA2, MAP1s. These are their molecular weights. These are the locations where they are found, and this is their functions. The microtubule stabilizing proteins helps in the assembly and stabilizing the MTs, the assemblies, and the cross links MTPs to one another and to intermediate filaments, stabilizes the MTs, whereas the microtubule destabilizing proteins, they function, what is their function? It is the microtubule severing and the binding tube, and to bind the tubulin dimers. These are the references again which you can consult. So today we studied about the assembly and disassembly of the microtubules. We will continue with the part 3 of the microtubules in our next lecture.